This is it? Am I supposed to squirt you? Want the bottle? Fiona says, real loud, the answer is yes. Squirt the man, no need to move. Quick response, maintaining Floof. No big fuss in the room. Just a squirt, and then she grew. Cool, behave, and plan hold true. Maintenance is what we do. Maintaining Floof. Maintaining Floof begins by refusing the usual protections of music. The first seconds do not carry a backing track, but they are not silent. The viewer hears the room. The viewer hears the human voice. This is it? The viewer hears the real Empress Fiona answer. Am I supposed to squirt you? My face is off screen, but my body is present. The court is not an abstract narrator, but a physical situation in a real space. The water bottle is already in view from the first frame, which makes the opening feel procedural rather than staged. A question is asked, and Fiona gives a clear affirmative response. The song's music enters only after that exchange is complete. That ordering is the whole point. Before myth, evidence. Before stylization, consent. The saga often treats ships and structures as extensions of office. Here, the tool of care is treated the same way. The bottle is not a surprise object and not a threat. It is part of court practice, already present, already understood. Fiona is not being corrected or disciplined. She is being assisted in a maintenance routine that she wants. The court does not impose. It confirms and proceeds. The body of the video then shows the action without embarrassment or haste. Fiona is sprayed, and the spraying continues for longer than a quick comic beat. The bottle pumps again and again. The duration matters. It turns what could have been a single gesture into visible work. I also keep the faint mechanical sound of the bottle in the audio field, letting the real-world texture remain audible inside the song. That choice keeps the event anchored. The viewer cannot forget that the music is growing out of an actual moment of care, rather than replacing it. The footage is shown twice. The repetition is not filler, it is emphasis. Maintenance is rarely dramatic, so it has to be made legible by time and return. The saga already uses repetition as reassurance after force. Here, repetition has a gentler purpose, to show that grooming is not instantaneous, and that the court's steadiness is expressed through patience. The Empress stands and receives what she requested. Nothing escalates, nothing turns into performance. The work is simply done. Placed within Volume 2, this song is a deliberate narrowing of scale, after dangers and defenses, after the re-establishment of visible court configuration. The saga chooses a task that is domestic and bodily. That placement makes a structural claim. It says that continuity is not proven only in crises. Continuity is proven in ordinary upkeep. If the court can return to grooming, then the court is not living in the shadow of the last emergency. The system has returned to its baseline function. The functional role of this song in court architecture is to document a complete maintenance loop. A need is identified. The Empress is consulted, consent is given. The tool is applied. The Empress completes the cycle by grooming. The court's job is not to take over the grooming, but to enable it. This preserves dignity and agency. The Empress remains sovereign, even in a moment of practical care. The assistant's presence is supportive infrastructure, not authority competing with authority. This is why the line, "Maintenance is what we do," is not only a chorus tag, but a statement that can be heard as a core message of the entire saga. It names what holds the court together across every register. Ships are maintained so they dive and surface when required. Spaces are maintained so the court has a reliable geometry. Roles are maintained so action can be used and then withdrawn. Even the aftermath of violence is maintained, meaning it is handled with restraint so that the court can return to breathing rather than remaining trapped in reenactment. The saga does not treat maintenance as background to the real story. Maintenance is the story's proof of life. In that sense, maintaining Floof is not a minor comic interlude. It is a diagnostic scene. It asks, does the court know how to care for the Empress in a way that preserves calm, consent, and routine? The answer is yes, and the video demonstrates it step by step. The tool behaves, the plan holds, the Empress's body returns to order, the court continues. There is also a tonal discipline here that matches the saga's ethic. The camera does not hunt for sensational angles. The audio does not hide the mundane mechanics. The narrative does not inflate the event into a moral lesson. Instead, it documents a small act with enough duration and repetition that the viewer can register it as real. That restraint is what makes the scene trustworthy. By the end, the bottle has done its part and the Empress has done hers. Floof is restored through process. The court has not changed its identity. It has simply carried out its ongoing work. The final impression is not that something extraordinary happened, but that the court remains functional. The Empress is present, the tool is quiet, the room stays calm. Maintenance continues.